Hey, what's up everybody, Faker, and welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be going through episode 91 of Slime Rancher. Before we get into it, if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. All three of those things greatly support my channel and make me happy, so if you could do all three of those things, that would be fantastic. Now, wow. Okay. Huh. Man, I've been playing Retro Bowl a lot recently because I used to play it in my freshman and sophomore year of high school, I think. And then recently I got back to it because I was looking for a game that I could play without having to use internet, because I wanted a game to play when I needed to pass the time at school. So like, I got this game back and I was like, okay, this is fun. I started out coaching the Minnesota team. I was coaching the Minnesota team. Went with an undefeated record going into the Super Bowl, the Retro Bowl, I think. Won the Retro Bowl, and then I wanted to go over to the Houston team, but then they sent me to the fucking Cleveland team, and I was like, what the fuck? I chose Houston, and they gave me Cleveland. That Cleveland team they threw me on was ass. Like, literally, apart from my wide receiver, that whole team was ass. Like, they were slow. And hell, even the wide receiver, like, my wide receiver could not catch. Could not catch for shit. But then I ended up going through that season, finally finishing that shit. It took me a long ass time to get an undefeated record with that team. But I managed to do it. Took a lot of me quitting the game and relaunching it. I'll tell you that much for free. But, like, I mean, Retro Bowl's fun if it's going your way. It's one of those games where it's like, if you're in a good position in the game and you're doing really good, it's fun. But as soon as you start fucking things up in the game, like for yourself, the game starts getting boring and you start not wanting to play it as much. It's kind of like Fortnite, for example. Like, you start going on a win streak for games, you want to play it more. But like, when you start going on a massive losing streak, that's when you're like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be playing this game anymore tonight. You feel me? Like, it's like one of those type of things. Which, like, the Cleveland team that I was on pissed me the fuck off, because it was like, on top of the team being so ass, that game was like literally the only thing I could run in some of my classes because of service. Because the service at my school is so fucking awful. So, like, I was sitting there basically just having to run back the same 30 seconds of a game, like, just constantly until I got the way I wanted it to. Until I got it to run the way I wanted it to. Also, does my computer need to update or something? Because the game's lagging a bit. It's like lagging more than usual. I wonder if maybe I should start like playing a separate save file in my free time for this game. Because I do love this game a lot. It's just not really entirely sure how, like, to continue this series. Like, I could, like, try to go back to doing the Victor Humphreys thing. I could try to, like, start working on that whole thing. Try to finish his whole little project. Unlock his area. And then once I did all of that, like, the only other thing I can think of after that is, like, working on unlocking the achievements. Like, the achievements, because, like, not too long ago, my plans were, like, unlock all the achievements, unlock all the available areas to unlock, and then, like, finish everything I possibly needed, which was, like, 7 ZE rewards club ranking, all that other type of shit. And I also wanted to kind of automate part of the ranch. Like, I wanted to set up drones around the place to try to make it to where I didn't have to go and constantly harvest the plants or sell all the plorts off and everything. Like I'm usually doing. Type shit. So like with that whole thing. Well, the 7ZE rewards thing is already done. Right, I've already maxed out my ranking on that. Which I've never done before this. Like, before my Let's Play on this game started, I've never maxed out my 7ZE rewards ranking. Just because, like, I just never played this game on one save file long enough to actually make to that. Like, I've done so much in these save files that I've played on. It's just I've never done things like craft drones, or learn how the drills and shit work, or things like that. You know what I mean? Okay, I probably could have just... Yeah, I think I just threw all those Oka-Okas in there. Am I supposed to split it between the two things? But I guess that's fine. I mean, hopefully it'll be fine. I guess to change the topic, I've been, if you guys haven't seen previous videos on this channel, then you should probably go watch them, because I've made multiple videos talking about my high school band experience, but, like, yeah. Anyways, about my high school band experience, right now, like, recently, within the past week, I've actually been learning a, 4-mallet marimba solo, which is not something I've ever done before. I never really liked the 4-mallet technique thing for marimba. I never really liked trying to do that. Like, I always sucked at it, and as much as I liked some of the marimba solos that needed 4-mallets, I never really wanted to learn them just because 4-mallet technique was a pain in the ass. Like, I've been constantly taught how to do it, and just, it never stuck with me. Or, like, it would stick with me, and I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. But, like, recently, I started picking up this one marimba solo called Green Run. I had a friend who did that solo last year, and, I mean, he made state with it. And as much as I would not like to deal with going through the same process on my senior year that one of my friends did their sophomore year, at the same time, it's my first time doing a marimba solo, and it's my first time doing a 4-mallet piece for marimba, period. So, like, yeah, it's just like a new experience, because last year I did a drum set solo. It was a class 2 drum set solo called Chop City. So this year I was actually going to do like a class 1 drum set solo that I could potentially make state with, called Downside Up. Thing is, I couldn't find any recordings of it. Like, I looked it up multiple times, trust me. I looked for a long ass time trying to find a recording of it and couldn't find it. And on top of that, because it's a drum set piece, there's a part of it that you need to improv. And for the people that don't know what improv means, basically means I need to make up a part of the solo. I need to just basically create part of the solo myself. So you gotta play everything that's on the piece on top of, like, there was like a chunk of it that, like, at most it could be like a minute long extra solo added to the solo. I think that's what it said it could be, according to the paper. And because the piece that I'm playing, Downside Up, it's like a tribute to 2 really good drum set players. Their names are Steve Gadd and I was about to say Mark Ford for a second. No, that's the guy that made the 4-mallet marimba solo I've been doing. What's that other guy's name? One of them's name is Steve Gadd. I don't remember what the other one's name is right now. It's probably in my search history though, because I looked up the piece and I looked up their names in the piece. Actually, I have my sheet music in my school bag, which is like 3 feet away from me right now. Once I get myself to a point where I'm able to get away from my computer for a second, I'm gonna check. Let me go ahead and not my phone, but probably. Okay, open up YouTube. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go over here to this. Max Roach, that's the other guy's name. Okay, so one of them was named Max Roach, the other one was Steve Gadd. It was meant to be like a tribute piece to them. So like, because of that, part of the like recommendations they had for making up the improv piece, or the improv part of the solo, they were like, go and listen to Steve Gadd and Max Roach's drum set solos from the past, and then like take inspiration from them, do something that's part of theirs. So I found this one solo that Max Roach did. It's called The Third Eye. He spent most of it just whacking on the sides of the drums instead of the actual drum heads, which I think was interesting. I have an idea for how I can mix that in with a Steve Gadd thing. Like, I watched this one, there was this one Max Roach solo, I already mentioned that, but I also watched this one, there was this one Steve Gadd solo I watched. It didn't really have a special name, it was just kind of called Steve Gadd drum set solo. And, well, he spent most of the solo just playing snare drum, and then eventually playing hi-hat. So, like, I have an idea of a way to combine those two solos to make that happen, but I also told myself that if I manage to get a better, like, if my 4-mallet technique gets better before this semester ends, then I'm probably just gonna switch to green run for my solo, for solo and ensemble instead of my drum set solo. Even though I could probably do either one, I'd probably have to pay to be able to do both. I'm pretty sure, like, I had a friend who tried doing a timpani solo and a marimba solo last year, but he had to pay just to, no, he tried doing 2 timpani solos. That was what he was doing. He had to pay for a solo because he wanted to get 2 timpani solos. So, like, if I wanted to do a drum set solo and my 4-mallet solo, I probably could if I paid my band directors in advance. But like, I don't want to. I'm just gonna like work on both of them, and then whichever one I feel like I could perform better at for solo and ensemble, I'm just gonna stick with that. So I'm just gonna like work on both and then choose one. Which I'll probably end up choosing green run, unless I feel like my 4-mallet technique hasn't improved. Because like I am fully down with dropping my drum set solo for 4-mallet marimba solo. Besides, if I make state this year for solo and ensemble, no matter what piece it'll be my first time making state for solo and ensemble. So like, I think just being able to make state would be nice. It'll be my first year doing a class 1 solo anyways, this year anyways, no matter which one I chose. So like, yeah. I do like green run in the way it sounds better than downside up anyways, so I'm probably just going to choose green run. Especially if I get a better 4-mallet technique by the time the semester's over. Because we only got a week and a half until the semester's over. So I'm just going to work on what I can with that solo. Not to mention, I don't even have sheet music for green run yet. I just, I found a video of the creator of the guy who made, like the creator of green run. His name is Mark Ford. I found a video of him performing that piece and like playing it and shit. So I watched that video, and like in the beginning especially, I would watch what notes he would hit with his mallets, and then that was how like I learned what I have. Like the people at the school can say what they want, but like, dog, none of the other guys at the school that I go to learned marimba pieces that they're probably gonna be like performing solo and ensemble or whatever. None of them can say that they learned their marimba piece off of a video and not sheet music. None of them are gonna be able to say that. So I guess that's kind of a flex I can use from now on. Which is kind of funny. It's not funny, it's kind of fun, I guess. Alright. My mom texted me, so I'm actually gonna finish this recording and then I'm gonna check it. She texted me twice. I think I can actually guess what it is though. Okay. Bam. Bam. I guess I'll look at it real quick. There. Alright, so I'm gonna end the video off here, guys. If you like what you saw, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. If you want to check out my other socials, you can go to the about section of the channel or to the description of this video and all my other videos. With that all being said, my name is Fate. This has been episode 91 of Slime Rancher, and I'll see you guys in the